VOP 903 FM on YouTube. All you need to do is go on YouTube, type into your search bar VOP 903 FM, VOP 903 FM, and you can actually get to watch us live and direct. Not just that, you can also leave a comment right there on YouTube, and we'll take it before the end of the program. Right here at some point, the phone lines will be open so that you can call in to be a part of the conversation. So all you need to do is send a message on WhatsApp or call me directly at 2 p.m. The phone lines will be open so that you can call to be a part of this conversation. I really want to hear from you. This is Voice of the People 90.3 FM, and we exist to give you a voice. Like I always say, you are the reason why I'm here. Without you, there will be no me here. You're the reason why I'm here. I'm here so that I can give you a voice, and you are there so that we can also get the information that we are here to give you. So let's get into it. Some northerners, right? Videos have been emanating from certain states in the north of northern youths rejoicing, hitting the streets and rejoicing and just singing songs of joy and celebration, dancing and doing all sorts after the announcement of the death of Nigeria's former president hit the airwaves. And one can only wonder why. What is the reason for that? You know, a lot of encomiums have been pouring in from political elites to honor the late president. But why does it seem that people from his own region, though youths, are in a celebratory mood? What could be the reason for that? The APC had shot its national secretariat to honor the late president Muhammadu Buhari. That is, there will be no activity at the party's national secretariat for some time, right? Now, the vice president, Kashim Shettima, and also the chief of staff to the president, Femi Gbajabiamila, arrived in London to actually convey the former president's body back to Nigeria for burial. Of course, it is expected that he will get the full honor of a state burial. Also, the Senate reps have suspended legislative duties in honor of the late former president. That is, most people at the upper echelon are not even going to be doing so much because they are in mourning. But as Nigerians, are we in mourning? I have to ask you that question. Are you in mourning as a Nigerian? Why does it seem that some youth across the northern states of the country are actually rejoicing? What is the reason? Here's what certain people are saying. Showore does not have anything good to say. He doesn't have anything good to say about the former president at all. He's used really strong words to describe the former president's administration, you know, especially in the light of the fact that someone who used to work with the president is a special advisor or assistant on media, Garba Shehu, came out last week to tell Nigerians that he lied about rats eating Buhari's certificate in order to deflect attention from the former president's ill health. As at then, that's to say, no be today Buhari don't be sick. I mean, that's what Garba Shehu is trying to tell us. But just 2-3 days after this revelation, the former president, dies in the UK. A lot of Nigerians have also raised concerns about the fact that he died outside the nation. It's a different thing if he was on vacation or if he was just resting and then he died. But he died in a hospital outside of Nigeria. A lot of Nigerians are questioning, why wasn't he treated in any hospital in this nation? Is it because there was no hospital befitting enough to actually take care of him as a former president? Or is it because our hospitals lack the infrastructure needed to take care of the kind of ailment that was actually worrying him as at that moment? Or is it because the health sector has been so abandoned that nothing is working? Is it because the infrastructure that's needed to treat him is not available from Lagos to Abuja to Kano to Enugu, major cities of Nigeria? Is it that there was no single hospital? This is the same way President Tinubu travels abroad for medical checkup, for medical tourism, and all other terms like that, which just reminds you of the fact that you as a Nigerian should be doing everything that you can not to fall sick at this moment. Anything that paracetamol cannot cure, try your best not to fall sick, because if the number one, the number two political elites are traveling out of the country for medical help, for medical assistance, what will become of you? Now, remember that many times they're traveling abroad to also still go and meet our Nigerian doctors that have migrated abroad, that have done medical japa. because they feel that the grass is greener on the other side. So we have a brain drain in this country. Our medical doctors are running away from the country because they are not getting well paid for the services that they render. They are using obsolete equipment, right? Many hospitals don't even have the right to, many hospitals don't even have beds. Let's not even talk about equipment like defibrillators and all of that. Many hospitals don't have beds. Many primary healthcare centers are not working. The ones that that seem to, some are, in fact, in some places they are non-existent. One of the ones that are existing are not working. From Benue to Imo to so many places that one could call the hinterlands have medical facilities that are just not working at all. And so, what do we say about something like this? Do we say, "Oh, it's a shame that we cannot actually point to just one particular good thing that we can say, oh, when it comes to health, when it comes to health infrastructure, in fact, when it comes to ensuring that Nigerians get the best out of health, this is one way you can say that this person tried to go all the way." It's the same way, President Tinubu sometimes travels and Nigerians are worried. Where's our president? What really is wrong with him? We want to know. It takes one back to former President Yar'Adua, so rest in peace as well. Many Nigerians were not very happy when he passed on, because he was seen as one of Nigeria's best presidents, someone who really had a good heart for the people. He was seen as someone who really wanted Nigerians to thrive. He was seen as someone who really made good policies to keep Nigerians happy, because he really, really, really cared for his people. And so right now, what are people saying about Buhari? Why are the people from his region happy? Why are they celebrating? Why are they hitting the streets? And these are youths. Can we say that they don't know better? Can we say that their minds were abused? Or can we say that, oh, someone sold the wrong narrative to them and that's why they are happy when they are supposed to be mourning? What really is the reason why there is happiness in certain northern states? Yes, no doubt some people are mourning, but why does it seem that a greater section of the country is actually celebrating? With Sowore calling him a waste. I don't even want to say the things that Sowore said, because it wasn't really nice. But he accused the former president of being a tyrant who disappeared Dadiyata and massacred protesters and other people. That's what Sowore had to say about him. Sunday Igboho also said, "Oh, this he can't really cry for this person because Buhari tried to kill him." He says, "The man who tried to kill me is gone, but I am still alive." And of course, Nigerians are reacting to that. IPOB itself has demanded a probe into Buhari's death and also asking for an apology to Nnamdi Kanu over impostor allegations. It's really a lot for Nigerians to unpack at this moment. But the fact remains that Nigeria's former president is no more. And I want to know how you feel about that, or why you think that many people in the country are not very seem to be celebrating his demise. Honestly, for want of a better word, it's not the best thing to do as at this moment. But when you look at the fact that a lot of things happened during his administration, should we talk about the Abuja Kaduna train attack, the terrorist attack? Guess what? Someone posted a picture of themselves on that train, the train that suffered that. That particular road was closed for a while before it was later open. So those trains are back on the rails, right, being used for transportation. Guess what? The windows have not been fixed. So imagine you're sitting in a train and the window of the train, you can see there is a bullet hole in the window of a train, and you know what happened right there, and that train has not been fixed. And that's why to many Nigerians it seems like we are averse to excellence. We don't, when it comes to excellence like this, we just look the other way and give the people the bare minimum, because maybe the political class believes that is what the people deserve. But as Nigerians, we know that is not what we deserve, right? So some of the reasons people are given for being in a celebratory mood is the fact that there were certain things that characterize the administration of former, now late, President Muhammadu Buhari, including the End SARS protests that occurred in 2020 in October, how widespread that protest was and what happened at the Lekki tollgate, even with all of the denials by security agencies and by the government of the day right then. With Buhari really, it was, there was this disposition of there was nothing I could have done that so many Nigerians were not happy about. Was it the different terror attacks in different states of the country, the Abuja Kaduna train attack, like I mentioned, or the banning of Twitter? Oh my goodness, when Nigerians had to access Twitter with a VPN, and people were subscribing to different VPNs to be able to access Twitter, and a lot of media houses could no longer get reactions from there because this was supposed to be a banned social media app. This particular app was banned because of one tweet that the president made, or the former president made, on the 1st of June 2021, which many Nigerians were not very happy with. They reported that tweet, and Twitter, that is from their headquarters, they deleted that tweet. And the former president was not happy. Like, why would you delete my tweet? I'm the president of Africa's most populous nation. What do you mean? And that led to the banning of Twitter. In case you don't remember, the particular content of that tweet that was made with former President Muhammadu Buhari's account, because of course, that most times these accounts, they have handlers. So the particular content of that tweet was: many of those misbehaving today are too young to be aware of the destruction and loss of lives that occurred during the Nigerian Civil War. Those of us in the fields for 30 months who went through the war will treat them in the language they understand. A lot of Nigerians saw this as a threat of violence towards a particular people, towards a particular section of the country. And so it was largely reported saying, look, you're the commander-in-chief of the armed forces. You cannot come on social media to threaten your people for holding you accountable or calling you to order. And, the president was not happy about that. It led to the banning of Twitter for almost 7 months. These are just some of the reasons Nigerians are given for being in a celebratory mood. But yes, even if other people, we know that not everybody was very happy with the Buhari administration. And also, who will forget the cash crunch? Oh my goodness. I have this mini theory. I just have this thinking that between the beginning of, let's say, between January 2020 and let's say April 2023, Nigerians learned a whole new vocabulary. Yes, there was a point where the world had learned a whole new vocabulary of words, right? Due to lockdown and all, due to COVID. But we were hearing so many different words that so many people did not even know before then because of happenings that were taking place in the country. So cash crunch, changing of the currency or repainting of the currency, because honestly, as much as we try to be on the fence sometimes there are certain things you see and you just have to call it what it is. It was such a lazy attempt at redesigning Nigeria's currency. It didn't look very much like a redesigning, much more like a repainting, changing the 200 naira from the greenish look to the pinkish look, the 500 naira then from the reddish pinkish look to the greenish look, and then the 1000 naira from that brownish gray to blue. I remember then you would enter bus, they would tell you new note 500, old note 1000. When we were withdrawing money from POS, if you want to withdraw 10,000, you have to pay like 2,500, 3,000, buying our own currency for exorbitant amounts. So these are some of the things, some of the policies that characterize his administration that so many Nigerians are remembering now, and they're not happy about because they feel like, look, this man, you and Emefiele just suffer us for nothing. And Emefiele has been in and out of court. That's the former CBN governor, Godwin Emefiele, had been in and out of court due to that particular situation. But a lot of Nigerians were of the opinion Buhari should be standing alongside him, answering the question. It's like when someone sends, when someone contracts an assassin to assassinate someone, and then you catch the assassin. Will you not catch the person that sent them to? For premeditated murder or whatever, So when you catch the person who committed the act, what about the person who sent them to commit the act? Because they planned it together. That person was even the main originator of the idea. So a lot of Nigerians were of the opinion that, look, Emefiele should not be in this alone. So these were some of the reasons. These were some of the reasons Nigerians were giving as to why they would not mourn, even if they would not celebrate, but they would not mourn. Anyway, away from that particular situation, let's actually look at the local government elections that occurred in Lagos over the weekend. That was on Saturday, July 12th. I know that before that election, I think it was on was it on Thursday? I think it was on Wednesday last week. We had a conversation where I asked you, would you vote in the elections? And quite a number of people, a lot of people said no, they would not vote in the elections. And true to your words, Lagosians, you did not come out. The voter turnout was so low. It was so low. And guess what? APC won all the local government seats in Lagos. Everything, all the 20 local government seats, everything, from top to bottom. APC swept everywhere, swept it clean with their broom, the broom that is in their logo. They swept it clean. Because you did not go out to vote for your preferred candidates. The people who had people to vote for, who knew the people they wanted to vote for, went out and they voted. So which mouths now do we want to use to say, maybe there was something happened, or because you did not vote? So how exactly are you going to hold the person in charge accountable when you did not play a role in their emergence or non-emergence, as the case may be? In fact, of the 37 LCDAs, local council development areas in Lagos, out of 37, APC won 36. So there were elections to fill 57 seats, and 56 was won by the ruling party, APC. Only one particular ward, one councillorship seat was won by the PDP in the whole of Lagos State. And there was even a curfew, a 12-hour curfew on that day from, it was not 12 hours, it was about 9 hours, from 6 a.m. to 3 p.m. Right? So anywhere you wanted to go, you could have gone on Friday and then you come back. You could have gone to cast your votes. You come back home and rest by 3 p.m. If you want to go about your business or go anywhere you want to go, you could have gone. So what was your excuse for not voting? And what would you now say about the voting process? With the way it has turned out now, what would you say about the voting process? Anyway, thankfully, there were no reports of widespread violence the way we saw it in previous electoral cycles, especially in the general elections of 2023, which many of you gave as the reasons why you did not actually come out, you wouldn't come out to vote on July 12th. The elections have passed now, and people who have won have won. I mean, we should say congratulations to the winners, and let's see how the administration goes for as long as they remain in power before the next election cycle. But then I want to actually play this particular clip of certain voters in certain areas of Lagos. I think in Lagos Island, where someone reported that some elderly people were collecting jollof rice, that's cooked food, to vote for a particular party. And the person went ahead to say that poverty has been weaponized. Now, this particular clip is the elderly woman in this clip. She will speak Yoruba, but it's been subtitled. Okay, so at the end of the clip, I'm just going to read it out to you. Then I'll explain to you what she has said for the benefit of those who do not understand the Yoruba language. Also, if you have someone who can translate to you around your vicinity, also ask them so that they can translate to you as well. Okay, so this person said a lot of elderly people were voting because of food, and they were even sharing poundo yam, soft drinks, enjoyment galore. No be smart thing. Anyway, let's take a listen to this. It's actually the voice of one of the voters who voted in the election on July 12th somewhere in Lagos.
bottle water n táwọn èèyàn fẹ́ wọ́n fún wọn but kò sẹ́ni tó mu tí ń bọ̀ kọ́ máa fọtí da nǹkan rú o kò sẹ́ni tó mu tí minerals ó ń lọ oúnjẹ náà ládùúgbò ti wá o balógun oúnjẹ tó bá fẹ́ lọ ń ṣe fún ẹ wọ́n gúnyán wọ́n ro sẹ̀mù jollof rice fried rice ọdìyẹ wọ́n tó fi tẹ́ wa lọ́rùn nìyẹn àwọn tajà gbàlagbà wọ́n ṣe ẹja àti ọkàn fún wa adẹ̀gbádùn torí èmi mi ò ń jáde mo ti jáde kọ̀ọ̀bọ́ sí bàbá yìí ó ti lé lóṣù mẹ́fà ṣùgbọ́n bí mo ṣe gbọ́ bó ṣe ń ṣe òun ló jẹ́ kí n jáde wá wọ́n tẹ́ gbogbo èèyàn lọ́rùn àná mo tẹ̀ láìkí bó ṣe gbà lọ́dún yìí tó bá ń ṣe báyìí ìlú dẹ̀ máa dá lọ ni.
Okay, that was the voice of one of the voters that actually voted in the election, local government elections on July 12th. She said the election is going smoothly. There is no cause for worry. We're well protected. We're well taken care of. Even the elderly people were well taken care of compared to past years. They shared jollof rice, fried rice, poundo, went with soup, whatever you want, you will get it. She said, if they keep doing it like this, elderly people will be coming out to vote. She said when she heard of the proper organization of the year, of this particular year election, even though her leg was paining her, she came out to vote. The election was well done. While she was talking, she was holding a wrap of a swallow in her hand. So she said they're serving poundo yam. So that's probably a wrap of poundo yam or pounded yam, as the case may be. She said there was no fighting, no pandemonium. They shared soft drink, they shared bottled water, but they did not share alcohol, so that boys do not drink alcohol and get violent. So said they should continue like this. They should continue sharing things to people so that the whole place will be peaceful. And it's just really funny. It's really funny because no matter how we try to tell you Nigerians, your PVC is your power. You have one vote just like every other person. Why are you going to the polling unit to collect 1K, to collect poundo yam, to collect one plate of jollof rice? Except if you already determined in your heart that you wanted to vote for that particular party, and you went there and saw that they were sharing rice. Okay, I want to vote for this party after all, and now they are sharing rice. So let me start to reap the dividend of the party I want to vote for from now. It's a different scenario, even though that's not even advice. That's not even what it's supposed to be. Who went to polling unit to go and start cooking? Why this person that's talking, right behind her, there's a policeman facing away from the camera, minding his business. Why are you there as a security personnel and they are sharing food? Is that not inducement of voters? So if you came from your house hungry, you're not perceiving jollof rice, say, I wanted to vote for this party, but since these people are here and sharing food, now that one plate of rice, can it last you for the next 4 years? Anyway, let's open the phone lines. I know I promised the phone lines will be open by 2 p.m. It's already 11 minutes past 2 p.m. So let's open the phone lines right away so that we can hear from you. Please keep it short, keep it simple, keep it... Just no insulting or abusive words, okay? Please do not use insulting or abusive words. And also, I want to know if you went out to vote. How was it in your location? How did the process go? So I want to know all of this. So call me up 0803-692-9933, 0803-692-9933. To those who are sending messages on WhatsApp already, thank you so much. I see it and I appreciate it. And you can also leave a comment on YouTube. We're streaming live on YouTube, VOP 903 FM, VOP 903 FM on YouTube. Okay, so leave a comment. I definitely want to hear from you. If you want to call directly, it's to 0803-692-9933, 0803-692-9933. Call me directly. If you'd rather send a message on WhatsApp, it's to 0817-175-6338, 0817-175-6338. This is Martha's and Voice of the People, 90.3 FM. Call me up. Call me up. I want to hear from you. A Voice of the People, 90.3 FM. If we don't give you a voice, waiting we gain. So basically, we're talking about the tragic announcement of the death of Nigeria's former president, and also the conduct of the local government elections on Saturday, July 12. 0803-692-9933, 0803-692-9933. On WhatsApp, it's 0817-175-6338, 0817-175-6338 on WhatsApp. You can also call me on WhatsApp, okay? I know that data tariffs and Airtime right now is so expensive. So you can call me on WhatsApp and I'll take your call. You're my first caller today. Good afternoon and welcome to Matters. What's your name and location, please? Waiting happen. I pick your call, you can't cut them. Now, so you do 0803 692 9933. That's the number for direct calls. And also, you can send your messages on WhatsApp to 0817 175 6338. Good afternoon. Welcome to Matters. Turn down the volume on your radio set.
Calling from Igondo.
Thank you for calling. Welcome to the conversation.
I want to briefly on Buhari.
Okay.
The situation where a person you gave your mandate prefer Malu to human being. That Malu cow food was being imported, and the price of rice went up from 6,500, 7,000 to 58 to 35,000, and he wasn't concerned. And the same people he was ruling was still in the minimum wage of 30,000. That could not even purchase that one bag of rice for a whole month. That did not consider the means and the safety of their people, in which he said to have been their president. What would be if not that death is inevitable, we would have allowed him to live and to see the welfare of the situation which he has plunged the people into. Propaganda cannot help us. A situation whereby you talk another thing and you could spot a particular section of the people, the country, to say that they are a sport in this thing, an infinitesimal sport in a circle. What kind of person is he? He thought that one will not end one day, but I should use this opportunity equally to advise our leaders for them to know that one, in life there is a beginning and there is an end, and what people will remember you for is the life you live, the impact you created in people, directly or indirectly. So it's like today now, confessions have been made. A situation whereby when somebody, even to compare that somebody died and people were still bitter that he has died. So that's it.
Thank you.
Okay,
thank you for your call. Thank you for your call. I really appreciate it. You know, one thing I also remember, one particular incident I remember that made so many Nigerians so happy with the former, so annoyed, so angry, especially Nigerian youths so annoyed with the former president. There was, when he went abroad and said and talked about lazy Nigerian youths. And it's not funny, when the person who is supposed to be upholding the country's good image outside of the country, the number one citizen, goes out of the country to tell the people outside the country that the youths in his country are lazy. You're just perpetuating stereotypes against Nigerian youths. You know how many people lose job opportunities, remote job opportunities, because they are Nigerian, because people outside the country just have this perception of, the Nigerian prince situation, Nigerian scammer. So even when you're doing legitimate business, you're already being colored with a color that is not your color. So yes, there were certain situations that many Nigerians were not happy, but the one this one I can really remember for Nigerian youths, the lazy Nigerian youths, that particular sentence, that particular trope, it was very annoying for a lot of Nigerians. Anyway, this is Matters and Voice of the People, 90.3 FM. It's 17 minutes past 2 p.m. on the number one station that gives you a voice. Call me up. I want to hear from you. Hello, what's your name and location? Welcome to Matters. Good afternoon. How you doing? Welcome to Matters. I can hear you. Welcome to Matters. All right, then you're going to have to give me a call back. 0803 692 9933. 0803 692 9933. That's the number you can call to be a part of this conversation. Yes, that's a direct line. If you'd rather send a message on WhatsApp, send it to 0817 175 6338. 0817 175 6338 on WhatsApp, or you can call me on WhatsApp. Hello, welcome to the conversation. Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon. I'm Steve calling from Southern area.
Welcome. Thank you for calling.
Yeah. Well, concerning Buhari's demise, this is a time for heaven to open the book of remembrance for him. Well, at least by now you'll be seeing is the aftermath of what happened at Lekito Gate for the youth protesting.
Nobody really knows what happens in the afterlife.
You say?
Nobody really knows what happens in the afterlife. Oh.
Yeah. Well, this is the Bible tells us that after death, judgment comes.
Okay. Well, not everybody believes in the Bible, but go ahead with your opinion, though.
That is, whether you believe it or not, it is true. It has been proven. So now, a lot of things that he would have corrected or would have done right with the opportunity he has with the office he takes. Some people will say, why do you say wrong things about him, or why do you make back the mark? At least you should respect the office. He had the opportunity of using the office right. Rather, he was there. You abusing like I call of abuse of power. Can you call the people a dot in the circle? You prescribe a group that is fighting for freedom. You call them terrorists. Why you baptize other real terrorists? You call them bandits. That is not even enough. You allow killing, citizen killing from Fulani herdsmen, keeping them as if it is the right thing to do. Who gave them guns? They are allowed to wield guns. Those that are even supposed to be holding just sticks, they are wielding guns and killing innocent people for nothing. So all this kind of nepotism, maybe from all ramifications, you will find out that there was, in fact, nothing, even his family to be proud of it. Even his wife criticized him seriously. Asking to make.
Are you in the bedroom with them? How would you know the wife despised him? Talk your own and leave his family's own.
It is in a public place now. Are you not a journalist? When the wife will be said to that you should do the business of Nigeria that they are complaining.
But you cannot call that despising. But I get what you mean. But you cannot point to that and say, oh, she agrees with us. Remember that this is someone who shares or shared the bed with him. So you don't expect her to totally continue or to say what Nigerians are saying. But I get your point. Thank you for calling. I want you to also, when you call in, talk about the conduct of the local government elections. That's also important. The elections held on Saturday, July 12th. APC swept all the seats, 56 out of 57 seats all across the nation, 20 local government seats, and 36 local council development area seats. So now 20 local government chairmen and 36 council chairmen for the APC all across Lagos. Just one council seat for the PDP. Just one seat was won by the PDP in Lagos State. Did you vote? Did you go out to vote? How did you see the conduct of the election? There was no widespread violence. How would you actually talk about how security agents were able to prevent anything like that from happening? And also, I did play you a clip from someone who voted in Lagos Island and talked about her experience of how they were sharing food at the polling unit. And I asked, why would the security agents allow something like that? That's the reason why they are there, not just to prevent violence, but to ensure that nobody is doing anti-electoral behavior, anti-election behavior, because going to cook food or to share food at the polling units that's not what it's supposed to be. That counts as inducement. 0803-692-9933 0803-692-9933. That's the number you can call to be a part of this conversation. If you'd rather send a message on WhatsApp, send it to 0817-175-6338. So you can either send a message on WhatsApp or you can call me on WhatsApp. I'm here and I want to take your call. I really want to hear from you about these very important situations. The news about former President Muhammadu Buhari's death actually in the UK, in London, actually broke yesterday, and a number of people in the north are actually celebrating, but they are youths. So, quite a number of Northerners have also come out and said, look, these people are youths. They don't really know Buhari. They don't know so much about him. But if they are out and celebrating his demise, could it be that someone have abused their minds against him? Could it be that someone told them, oh, this person did not work for your good? Why are people from his own section of the country coming out to celebrate his demise? That's not what it should be. 0803-692-9933 0803-692-9933. That's the number you can call to be a part of this conversation. Okay, you can also send a message on WhatsApp 0817-175-6338. We're streaming live on YouTube, VOP 903 FM, VOP 903 FM on YouTube. I want to hear from you. This is Voice of the People, 90.3 FM. Hello, welcome to Matters. Good afternoon. Hello, are you there? Good afternoon, welcome to Matters. All right, give me a call back. I want to hear from you. Hello, welcome to Matters. Good afternoon. Okay, hello. Yes, I can hear you. Mm-hmm. Did you go out to vote on July 12th? Did you go out to vote? Did you go out to vote on Saturday? Let me know if you went out to vote on Saturday and what your experience was like. 08036929933, 08036929933. That's the number you can call to be a part of this conversation. You can also call me on WhatsApp 0817-175-6338. Hello, welcome to Matters. Good afternoon.
Hello.
Hi, what's your name and location? Thank you for holding on. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Esther. This is my first time of calling and speaking to you directly. But
Thank
I
you
always
so
listen
much.
to
This is
your voice, your
Choma
sweet voice.
Innocent, actually. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay, this is okay, Choma. Sorry,
Yes,
sorry
that's
about that.
okay. That's okay. Thank you. Go
And
ahead,
I'm happy
please.
to get you. You know, the thing is that the so-called leaders, I call them a ruler because they are not leader in any way. They forget that there is a life after death. That whatever you do on this earth, when you are gone, it is what you do that people will talk about, people will talk to you about or talk about you. That's what is happening today, and it's a reality. Majority of people in Nigeria, the majority of Nigerians are talking bad or the hardship that Buhari inflicted on Nigerians. That's what they are talking today. So those people talking good about him are people who benefited somehow from him and all of that. There is no, I mean, it's visible. You see what everybody went through the cash crunch and everything. A lot of people died. You see, but I don't, I don't know if you can hear me. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I can hear you. Go ahead.
Yes, but my prayer for him is that God will forgive because there's nobody that is a saint. Nobody is a fountain of knowledge. So God will forgive him his sins, the things that he committed on this earth and grant him eternal rest. As for the local government election that happened, you discover, Thomas, even before the election, did you see any poster carrying another political party's listing? It
Yes,
was
I
all
did.
APC.
I
It
did see
was all
posters
APC
of the
everywhere.
PDP, Labour
No,
Party,
people
and
do not
others.
vote. People know what APC has brought to this country. And no, we are not ready to go to. I pray that God will help us to overcome this present administration and head move forward. May God bless you for the
Thank you
good
for
work
your
you're
call.
doing.
Thank you for your call. I do appreciate you. 08036929933, 08036929933. That's the number you can call to be a part of this conversation. Good day, Chama. The northern youths are celebrating the death of Buhari because they have realized that the political class in their region do not have their interests at heart. The leaders in the north continue to weaponize poverty against their people. They underdevelop their region. The northern youth have now realized the truth about their political class. More of this is going to play out during the 2027 elections. Emeka from Abeson Estate. Do you really think so? A lot can change before then. There's how you're going to treat somebody when you want something from them that they will just forget how you've been treating them all the while that led up to that particular point. Okay, so things may change. Keep your fingers crossed. 08036929933. Hello, welcome to Matters. Thank you for calling. Turn down. Hello? Hello, are you there? All right, give me a call back. I want to hear from you. Please turn down the volume on your radio set before you call. Turn down the volume on your radio set before you call me, okay? So that we can have a smooth conversation. It makes it so much easier for me to hear you, all right? Thank you so much. 08036929933, 08036929933. Hello, welcome to Matters. How you doing? Hello, are you there? Welcome to Matters. Thank you for calling. All right, give me a call back. I definitely want to hear from you. 0803-692-9933. 0803-692-9933. Hello. Hello? Hello, are you there? I've picked your call, oh. All right, give me a call back. Please pay attention so you can know when I pick your call, okay? So that we can we can actually get into right into the conversation without wasting time. 08036929933. Welcome to Matters.
Hello, good afternoon, Chairman.
Good afternoon to you. Thank you for calling.
My name is Baptist. I'm calling from Barua Ifata.
Welcome.
One thing in this life people don't know, even as this Buhari is dead now, the leaders now, they will not learn lesson. What will they be remembered for should be the question in their mind. They should be listening to what people are talking about Buhari. Nobody is good, but nobody is perfect. Let your good be dominant than the bad. Especially 2023, people really suffer. People die with your own money inside in the bank. You go to collect money. A child is sick. Your mother wants to deliver in the hospital. No money to pay. You buy the money you work hard for. You buy it again. What kind of nonsense is that? And the next fellow is carrying big bag up and down after they committed all that atrocity with Buhari. People are not happy, no matter what they're saying. Why are they declaring mourning for them? Have mass plans. When people die in Moka, they didn't drop flag half mass. People die in Plateau. Those people are not human beings. It's not fair. God will judge all of them. They should repent. So Buhari has finished. They are living. Apart from my brother and Tinubu, they are hearing what they are talking about them. What will they talk about them after they have gone? I've sent you a message in WhatsApp. See what the wife is saying.
Thank you. Thank you for the message. I saw the message you sent to me on WhatsApp. But one thing I'm going to say is we live in a very digital world right now. Anybody can write anything and post it on social media. Okay, so what you sent to me was a screenshot of something that was purportedly posted by Aisha Buhari, the wife of the now late former president Muhammadu Buhari. So anybody can do this. Anybody can concoct anything and post it on social media. Please do not believe everything you see on social media. Okay, make sure you verify information before you post it. All right, before you spread it, please. It's very, very important. 0803-692-9933. 0803-692-9933. That's the number you can call to be a part of the conversation. Hello, welcome to Matters. What's your name and location, please? Hello, are you there? Welcome to Matters. Good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon. All right, pay attention so you can know when your call goes through. Hello, welcome to Matters. Good afternoon.
Yeah. Choma Innocenti.
How you doing? Good afternoon.
Innocenti.
Okay, my brother in innocence. Great, that's good to know. That's good to know. There are not many of us, but I'm the original innocent though. But you can go ahead. Go ahead, please.
You see, what Buhari did, yeah? If you write in book, it is not contained in a book. I remember 1983. I was coming to Lagos. Either 83 or 84. There was the execution of 3 students that carry cocaine. 3 times of Buhari and Idiabo. That day I was in a tears when I saw these people. Because they said that they catch them around January or what. And they made the law on April, I think April. They backdated the law. You see, not even a small law. Capital punishment by execution, firing squad. I was in a tears when I saw one of them doing Masarachi at the stage where they're going to execute that man, that student. I was crying. The cry did not end. Throughout that year, I didn't get myself. Buhari did evil to those 3 boys. Evil with Idiawo. You see, what people do live after them. Only that one, any day I remember that Masalachi, that student was doing at the starting stage where they are going to execute him. That Muslim guy. He kneeled down, he was doing Masalachi, and they are tying those 2
What is Masalachi like? Prayer?
He was praying. Tears were coming out of my eyes. I said, which country is this? You catch somebody around January, February, he goes to march and backdated the law, the offense.
So that's what you remember Buhari for.
Huh?
That's what you remember the late president for.
I remember him for that. Any day I hear his name, I always remember those three boys. In fact, it's an evil thing. So
Thank you for your call. Thank you for your call.
Judgment, yeah.
Thank you.
Yes, let me go and see the judgment.
Thank you for your call. I do appreciate it. 0803-692-9933. 0803-692-9933. That's the number you can call to be a part of this conversation. 0803-692-9933. Call me up. I want to hear from you. Hello. Welcome to Matters. What's your name and location, please? Hello, are you there? Welcome to Matters. All right, call me up. I want to hear from you. This is Matters and Voice of the People, 90.3 FM, 26 minutes before 3 p.m. Okay, so I want to hear from you. Make sure to call 0803-692-9933, 0803-692-9933, or send a message on WhatsApp 0817-175-6338, 0817-175-6338. You can either send a message on WhatsApp or call me on WhatsApp. I want to hear from you. Oh my goodness, thank you for holding on. I'm so sorry. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. This is John Legend.
Thank you. Thank you for holding on. I think I've kept you on hold for a while. Thank you. Go ahead, please.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know this have been a Nigerian tradition. They remembered somebody, bad people, when they are late, and we don't want to be specific here. If I can remind you, if you can remember our massacre, when people were in the church, it was during the time of this Buhari. People were massacred on Sunday, more than 50-something people in a church. President Buhari was on seat then. He did not go and visit that people. I don't know whether if you can remember that time. It was devastated in a church that Buhari did not even go there and visit those people that were massacred. More than 50-something people. I don't know why Nigeria we are just painting ourselves black and blue. The last person I can remember in my life for good is Buhari. Because I don't have any one single thing that I will remember Buhari for. And I don't know why we are calling people His Excellency. I don't know what makes Nigerian governors and this in Excellency. Because I'm not seeing anything excellent they are doing here. Are we talking about the election they did on this election they did here? They said that the local government chairman. Who does that? Is that election?
So you did not
that is not election. These are selections. Because they have already selected people that they want. So anything concerning excellency in Nigeria, I have never. The only person that is excellent in this state, in this country now, as the governor of Abia State, that governor is the only person that I can say is excellency. Every other person, I cannot call them excellency. Thank you.
All right, thank you. That's your opinion. 0803-692-9933, 0803-692-9933. Call the number to be a part of this conversation. I want to hear from you. This is Matthias and Voice of the People, 90.3 FM. 0803-692-9933. That's the number to call directly. If you'd rather send a message on WhatsApp or call me on WhatsApp, 0817-175-6338. We're also streaming live on YouTube, VOP 903 FM, VOP 903 FM on YouTube. So leave a comment and we'll take it before the end of the program. Hello, welcome to Matters. Thank you for calling.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you. Thank you for calling.
Yeah. Buhari will be remembered for many things. Now, one of them is he will be remembered for borrowing to build a railway that leads to nowhere while leaving out the issue of building a hospital that is supposed to serve the people of Nigeria. He will be remembered for borrowing being an excess borrower, borrowing for nothing that also can be used for what money he borrowed. He will also be remembered for bringing abject poverty to this country, dragging Nigeria back over 50 years. The body will be remembered for nepotism, for history, for those who feel that It's not his tribe and who did not vote for him.
But if you talk about that, is he the only president to have, done that? When you say accuse him of favoring some people over others, or putting tribe and whatnot over competence?
Yes, the competence. It doesn't even have anything to do with my competence in him. Look about it. Look around the team that is surrounded himself with. All of them tell him the truth. He himself he did nothing to show for the 8 years that he used there. He did not even treat himself one day in Nigerian hospital, flying about, wasting Nigerian money. So on that, the local government election, the former vice deputy governor of Lagos State, I've forgotten her name. She also testified that the local government election was full of fraud and is not credible. So
are you talking about Madame Koforo Labukna?
Yes. If somebody of our society could make such I think that what is that we're talking about? So Nigeria should go back to the drawing board and do what is right. This is showing us as a very bad example to the global thing.
But before you go, the question I want to ask you, can you hold on for a bit? Hello, are you there? Hold on for a bit. I want to ask you a question. You have qualified the late former president as a failure in all ramifications, right? But you know that he enjoyed some goodwill from Nigerians. A lot of people canvassed for him, campaigned for him to be voted for. What about the fault of Nigerians for electing someone that they say did not do well for them? If you clamor for someone to come in believing they will do well and they did not do well, shouldn't you also take some level of blame? Hello, are you there?
You are correct in that aspect, but I want that happened as a result of lack of maybe short memory that they have.
What short memory? When as he was the military head of state, wasn't he? Right? So there were people who were aware, who knew about his administration. Then we had much older Nigerians who experienced his administration as a military administrator, and yet they campaigned for him as a civil to become a civilian president. So at what point do we stop and say, "Oh, we're wrong"?
They were doing this based on sentiment. They just don't want Jonathan here, and they don't have a very good reason. Some of them were even see Jonathan as an Igbo man. They don't want him.
Okay, so now that you've said the issue then was anybody but Jonathan, and the people settled on Buhari, and now the people now also saying anybody but Tinubu. Are we not going to see the same thing again? I mean, talk about the devil being better than the angel that you don't know. Hello. All right, thank you for your call. 0803-692-9933. I think we'll take two more calls and then we'll just take your messages and your comments before we have to go. Just two more calls, then we have to go. 0803-692-9933. 0803-692-9933. That's the number you can call to be a part of this conversation. Okay, you can also send a message on WhatsApp 0817-175-6338, 0817-175-6338 on WhatsApp. You can either call me on WhatsApp or send a message on WhatsApp. Please send a message on WhatsApp or call me on WhatsApp. I'll take your calls if you do call me on WhatsApp. Hi there, welcome to Matters. Thank you for calling.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you. Thank you for calling.
My name is
Hello?
My name is Onyekachi. I'm calling from Surulere.
Welcome, Onyekachi. Thank you for calling.
I heard that our president died.
Former President Buhari passed away yesterday.
This is a game. This is a complete game. But nobody knows. But let us see what will happen. For next coming 2 or 3 months, this is a game. So agreement between president and all this northern side, the agreement.
I cannot hear you. Please, you'd have to give me a call back, okay? Please give me a call back. I definitely want to hear from you. 0803-692-9933. Will you have space for one more call before we have to go? Thank you for calling. Good afternoon. What's your name and location, please? Hello, are you there? All right, 0803-692-9933. 0803-692-9933. Thank you for calling. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. How are you doing?
Hello, Chama.
I can hear you. I can hear you.
Yeah, good afternoon, Chama. This is Mecca from Ogun State.
Welcome, Emeka. Thank you for calling.
Yeah, I heard that our former president died. Is it Jubilee?
Now, wow, which kind of question be that?
Okay, so anyone, Cha, but the one that died, I don't know whether they carry the oil well of Nigeria go. Whether they
As
carry
how?
the Nigeria go. So let other one that still be there dragging and keeping people under bondage in this nation. Let them still remember that one day all of us will see get there. So nothing we will carry go. So empty will come and empty we shall go. Let them see that this world we came empty and we surely go empty. Look at how people are now. The person that we talked about that he died, do we remember the lives of people that died before him? Do we celebrate those ones? Now I have still joined them there. So other one that's still sponsoring all this killing here and there, one day all of us will see get there. So that is a shit that I hold everyone. Let them well done.
Thank you. The truth is, would also all of us will meet the same end one day. We'll all meet the same end one day. That's the truth. No matter how you feel about the dead, that's our destination. That is our destination. Honestly, that's our destination. All right. Let me take some of your messages on WhatsApp before we have to go. For anyone who starts accusing me, Chama, you don't read messages. Later, you now be rushing as if there's hot yam in your mouth. Nothing one never hear for this seat why you sit down. Nothing one never hear. Sometimes you say, what is it? What is it? What is it? Haven't you done enough? You know? So, Joma, you will not read messages now. Later, you'll be rushing as if there's hot yam in your mouth. That they are laughing. I say, waiting, the apple, kilo, day, or guinea, bawo. All right, so send your messages on WhatsApp to 0817-175-6338. The politicians are always deceiving Nigerians that Buhari has a lot of supporters in the north. But those politicians saying that can't talk again because he has died. Buhari is a disgrace for Nigerians, even to the northern people. After 8 years of being a president, he couldn't build a hospital that can treat his sickness. Even Nigerians became poorer. Buhari was a bad news to Nigeria. Chinemere from Agbara. Chioma, honestly, the death of Buhari is not worth discussing on Nigerian radio. As how? That's a former Nigerian president. No matter your sentiments about him, we have to discuss it. It's news. I mean, that had it been that God's judgment after death will be made public for all to see. You want to see Buhari's judgment, okay? Ha! If you want to witness the judgment, you go follow. Jama, forget about the election. We all know the outcome will be waiting in 2027. What will you do differently as an electorate in 2027? What will you do differently? Vincent, aka But Why from Mushin. Good afternoon, Ms. Chioma. You media people should cut the people some slack. Aren't you in this country when politicians were playing the tribal card? Who wants to lose his or her life? Politics in Nigeria is not what one losing his or her life. From the words of former President Goodluck Jonathan, please, once again, media people stop playing the devil's advocate. Ikenna. Ikenna, thank you for your message. Good afternoon, VOP. For my own assessment on former President Buhari's performance during his tenure was like a man who was busy digging holes for his enemies while not knowing he would be the one to jump into the hole. Buhari spent over 15 months of his tenure in foreign hospitals. He couldn't build a single hospital for Nigerians. Now, he went to UK hospital to treat himself as usual but died. Now, Nigerian government will use taxpayers' money to bring back his dead body. It's unfortunate. Ernest Ezechuku from Akowonjo. Mary from Okeafa says, why should the vice president and others go for the body of the ex-president, even leaving office? Everything concerning him is being taken care of by the federal government, even to death. How much will it cost to return his corpse to this country? How much did the hospital pay in that hospital? Why we have hospitals in Nigeria? Things began to fall apart in this country during Buhari. Since we cannot judge, God is the highest judge of every soul. Good afternoon, Chioma. Who supplied refreshment at the polling station? Are we not joking in this country called Nigeria? Your guess is as good as mine. Chima from Surulere. That message is from Chima from Surulere. All right, this message is from Sheyi Cots from Itire. Good day, my sister. Happy New Week. Condolences to Nigerians on the former president who said that we will miss him when he was going. We truly miss him. He meant and did well to Nigerians. I used to think he was the worst we had. My apology to him for my thoughts. Shehi Court. I agree with Kanu's younger brother that the cabal and Britain has played their last card on gullible Nigerians. Britain, I repeat, can never let Nigeria be because of their economic sustenance. Hence, their major source of economic sustenance is Nigerian stolen wealth. Eugene Mary from Isheri. Eugene Mary. What do they talk? Okay, thank you for your message. I appreciate it. Okay, even if I don't know, you're not exactly talking about what we're talking about, but that's okay. This person said Buhari died past 8 years ago. This is not news. Now you kill him 8 years ago. Okay. I belongs to nobody and I belongs to everybody. Wow, Holy God is great. From Save My Soul in Kaduna. Thank you for watching Save My Soul. That means you're watching us via YouTube or probably listening on Radio Garden. Thank you. Election or selection. I'm ward of Infestac area. No polling unit, no ballot boxes, nothing. Hello, Chioma. Boo boo from Festac. Good afternoon, Chioma. It's sad. Old age comes with wisdom. Some old people have not shown that. What do they expect their children to do? To go about eating food because of the bad people? They have eaten their 4 years. They should not come out to shout or complain. Florence. Good afternoon, Chioma. Nothing concerns the old woman. Because our children must take care of our expenses. I know APC must win by all means. Emeka from Ejigbo. Hi. 7288, hi to you as well. LG election was just a joke in my area. The LASEC officials were seen sleeping in the polling unit while others were playing with their phones. When you did not come out to vote, why they not go sleep? Just a short distance away from there, youth were playing football. This has shown that the LG election and even the LG itself has no relevance in this democracy. Rest in peace to Buhari. His legacy wasn't a good one. Under his leadership, there was a massive corruption and lies. John Fomijaniki, he did come on under the umbrella of, he would fight corruption. Good afternoon, Chioma. Finally, Muhammad Buhari is dead. I thought he would live forever. No one lives forever. Those saying his soul may rest in peace should forgive him. I want to ask them, did they lose any member of their family in the shooting at Lekki Tollgate, Operation Python Downs in the southeast, killings in the Middle Belt, and insurgency in the northern part of Nigeria? Buhari that made the administration of Goodluck Jonathan ungovernable. Kidnapping of Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya, detaining him till death. Buhari no try at all. Make him go face judgment. Chiaguyi from Mushin. All of us go face judgment. If that's the case, all of us go die. You know? I mean, some people believe that, judgment comes after death. Some people don't believe. But all of us, the inevitable end of every living thing is death. To me. I wouldn't blame Buhari because he died 7 years ago, according to some people. So the person that was cloned to be Buhari was to be blamed. Buhari in person may have had good to give the people. I don't understand this conspiracy theory. Can you remember the Queen of England one time declared Buhari dead? I am Gideon. The jubilation of people under the minds of Buhari is supposed to be a caution to Tinubu as he keeps embarking on the cruelty of this government. If only money can buy life. Akoli from Ejigbo. Ezekiel from the same Ejigbo says, if Buhari was still in power, would his psychopath have announced his demise so quickly to the world? They'll tell us the president can rule from many parts of the world. Everything would have been in secrecy. It's high time sick people stop seeking for power. Recently, our dear president owed us no explanation of recent movements. St. Lucia to Brazil, all of a sudden, he's back yesterday. That's Ezekiel from Ejigbo. You know, we had a conversation one time on matters on if the people who are running for president should be like from 40 years or IS 50. Because like you raised this issue of sick people running for president, not be Uganda, which country be that, where their prime minister, he wants to go for another term, and the man cannot even really stand well. He was trying to dance. His bodyguards, all of them just surround him, make Baba no fall, and make a spectacle of himself. The thing is, what is the problem with African leaders and wanting to be in power until they die? And even then, still not wanting to let go, but entrenching institutions or situations that will make their children continue from where they stopped. Power corrupts. I think that's just the answer to the question. Good afternoon, VOP. May so rest in peace for Buhari, but APC government, he headed till now. All the companies we are working with is no more. Thanks, VOP, for our voice to be heard. Frank from Ayabot Shioma, Innocent. Good afternoon. Little I know about Say Baba. Thank you for restoring discipline in public finance and enforcing TSA, IPPIS, and fighting ghost workers. Thank you for the second Niger Bridge, a dream many promised, but you delivered. Thank you for the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway, a lifeline of commerce, finally reborn. Thank you for the Abuja-Kaduna-Kano Highway. Thank you for the Lagos-Ibadan Standard Gauge Railway. Thank you for the Mobolaji Johnson train station and other train stations connecting cities and dreams again. Thank you for completing over 17,000 kilometers of roads and for bringing back railway transport after decades of decay. Thank you for the AKK gas pipeline project. Thank you for the Port Harcourt-Maiduguri Railway revival, for the Itakpe, Warri Rail and stations abandoned for 30 plus years now reborn. Thank you for the Presidential Fertilizer Initiative and reviving Ajokuta Steel's hopes. Thank you for the deep sea port, Lekki and Bonny. Nigeria is now open to the world. Thank you for the National Social Investment Programs, Empower, Trader Money, School Feeding. Thank you for taking bold steps in security, even when the battle was bigger than bullets. Wordsmith. Wow. Thank you for Daura Roots for reminding us that leadership comes with quiet tenacity. Thank you, Mr. President. You weren't perfect, but you did your best. Rest on, GMB. You served History will remember a forthright man. Say Baba, 2 broken hearts, 2 angel emojis, Emmanuel. Emmanuel, thank you for your message. Good afternoon, Choma. Innocent. The evil that men do, live after them. You can only pray for forgiveness, the living and not the dead, who is a dot in a casket. Mazi Akajaja from Okota. Okay. This person sent an SMS saying, Buhari is dead since Nigerian leaders are liars. Now, wow. Good afternoon, Choma. Solomon Asika from Mushin says, President Buhari's death hoax has been one too many. I believe he's finally gone now. Let God be his judge. Okay, good afternoon, Choma. Mr. Gumbi, how you doing? Some might criticize Muhammadu Buhari's 8-year rule and wish to disrespect his remains. However, seeking revenge won't solve problems. We are all debtors to it. Unfortunately, I cannot finish the message. Until Donald Trump, the president of the United States, the no-nonsense leader, commiserates with the people of Nigeria on the demise of Buhari, I'll reserve my comments. Emeka Famago, I don't understand. Why are you waiting for Trump to say something before you say something? Good afternoon, Choma, innovative innocent. No be smarty, no. Mama from Jakonde Estate. No amount of good or bad wishes can unturn the destination of the dead. If you do good, good awaits you. If you do bad, sure, bad awaits you. Daniel from Ikotu says, Choma, I remember Buhari for being self-made oil minister, border closing, sending python dance, sending soldiers to Lekki, suffering and hardship everywhere. Good afternoon, Choma. Buhari will be remembered as better than President Tinubu. It is a pity that after all this, their power and bad leadership did not use it to buy their life. They can't be God. Dozier from Mafoluku. Choma, you are blaming the electorate who voted Buhari again, in spite of his obvious lack of capacity. But you forgot that elections are never free and fair. Election of 2019 was rigged. That's the truth. Okangbelina, how you doing from Mafoluku? Oh my God, I can't take all this messages. Good afternoon, Choma. My name is Favor. You can't imagine what's going on in this nation called Nigeria. How do you expect Nigerians to come out and vote when other parties were not allowed to campaign? All right. Good afternoon, Choma. Thank you. Jay from TA Lagmaja Barak, thank you for your message. Good afternoon, VOPFM. What I remember Buhari for during his tenure is I collected Keke Napep higher purchase of 1.4 million, and Tinubu now I collected Keke Napep for 6 million naira 6 months ago. Local government election, so worse. People are still asking for money before they vote. What a pity. Rafo from Ilasa Isolo. Choma, read my message. Hope current administration is listening to people's comment on Buhari. What will people say on post APC administration, hunger and starvation? Daily from Ilukbeju. You think you're the one thinking that the dead cares what anybody says about them. Buhari laid the very solid foundation for the regression Nigeria is facing today. He set the nation back by at least 15 years. He was so competent at failure. It would take up to 30 years of good governance to get us back on track. Should I wish such person a peaceful rest? Whether I wish him peace or not. The truth remains he's gone to the great beyond and he's gone to answer to his maker. Shoma, they said Buhari died in London. Did the government tell us which hospital? They never mentioned the hospital. What a scam. Augustine from Ojo, thank you for your message. And of course, Daya from Lagos. Afternoon, Choma. Read my message, oh. I don't they read your message, oh. Today we can compare Abacha and Yaradua. These people did better than Buhari. The indicators are there. Yaradua and Buhari died in foreign hospitals. The same hospital they couldn't build to take care of their illness. The same the president is doing, continuing in Buhari's legacy. Thank you for your message. Unfortunately, I need to go. The time has come for me to say goodbye. Tinubu's agreement with Northerners has now expired. You just the same message, You don't even tell me your name or where you send the message from. All right, that's all we can take on today's episode of Matters. Oh my goodness, my sister, leave all these Nigerian people, they are hypocrites. Ozo Obinwa on YouTube. Elias Ayola says Nigeria is highly in need of electoral review and reform before 2025. So pathetic. We are told not to talk about the dead in a bad way, creator of the evil we are encountering. Anthony Igbo says Buhari's death was never a news story. Elias Ayola says in a short form is a shame on Lasiek for declaring winner in LGAs where election never took place because no supply of election materials. Also Obinwa says Buhari is more better than Tinubu. Opinions. That's what Nigerians think about what's happening currently in the nation. All right. Here's the thing. As much as we want to blame our leaders, the truth is sometimes we need to also share the blame as well. You campaigned for Buhari, you voted for him, you brought him into power. A lot of you also did the same thing for the present administration. And yes, we should do good while we're alive so that people can talk about us in a good way when we are no more. As it is said, I mean, the deeds, whatever man does, leaves after him. You want to leave a good legacy for your children. You know, a good legacy can actually curry favor for your children when you are no more. When people remember that you were a good person while you were alive, they would be more disposed to do good to the people you left while you are gone to the great beyond. Anyway, we all will die, whether we like it or not. May not be today, may not be tomorrow, may not be in 10 or 20 or 50 years' time, but the inevitable end of every living creature is death. We'll do this again, same time, same station, very, very soon. My name is Choma Innocent. You have been tuned into Matters on Voice of the People 90.3 FM. Up next is Funhouse Time with MC Chooks and Dr. Walkie Talkie. Get ready to laugh.